Yes, come on. Oh, my microphone has been on this whole time. Huh? Glad I stay quiet, and I'm gonna turn the music off for a bit because Windows sounds are about to be experienced by me, but not by you. Because I muted everything. Guess who's actually streaming earlier? Which is good in my case. I mean, I guess it's not too good because I'm pretty sure people got used to me streaming late. Or I mean later for me. So nobody's gonna be here. But at least I should finish my stream at a reasonable time. And yeah. Daily. My favorite command. Love to spam it. Everywhere. Okay, Windows sound should be gone, so music returns. Let me place my camera real quick. And just check so that it looks alright. Which it kinda doesn't yet. Okay, this does it. Look! I'm here. So, basically what I've decided to do, I don't have too much time to do stuff for Twitch. So I decided, why don't I just do it on stream? An argument against it is that it can be boring. Do I care though? And should I care though? Maybe not. Anyway, I decided to do this, so I am doing this, and let me move stuff around a bit. Okay, and now let's get this, set it to this, and bam. Heckering. Oh yeah, this bit doesn't work. Well, now I've got some time to just do something. And the first thing I actually wanted to do is, so basically, all my commands, like these ones, well, mostly all of them, are stored in a text file over here. For example, the sus one I actually added through the chat. Did I move it? I could have. I don't know. It is somewhere though. Well, at least the ping, yeah, the ping command I definitely added for the chat, and here it is. So, what I've been thinking is, do I want to change my splits? So, basically, as you can see, there are these splits. And right now I'm using this structure. And before it, there's the command, and after it, there's what the bot outputs. And I wonder if I should change them, because I kind of want to, and I've been thinking what to change them to. Maybe make the music a bit quieter? Ah, no! Why do you keep locking onto it? It's annoying. Stop. Yeah, we're back here. Because changing this stuff to, like, for example, this character would make it easier to read. So perhaps I should do that. My cam's tilted. Is that good? Maybe that's good. So yeah. Hi Max! Welcome in! I'm doing Heckering. And by the way, since this is just chill, if you want, I don't know, to voice chat, we can. And yeah, right now, I should just change those split words. So actually, how I'm gonna do it is... Okay. It's basically, I have a function that overwrites those commands. What I like, for example, when I add a function through the chat, it needs to overwrite the file. So I have that done already. So what I'm gonna do is just I'm gonna change the splitter when it overwrites it. So perhaps the big one should be this. I don't know if this is gonna be better, but I want another character for my splitter. This is kind of useless because everything works as of right now, but who cares, alright? So, oh yeah. Why don't I just use Ctrl F? This is better. Yeah, just gonna replace everything. With this new fancy one. Cool. Changed all that, and now... Wait, I kind of screwed myself, didn't I? Yeah. Because it still needs to read that. Okay, cool. Yeah, okay, so this is reading them, and then, yeah, this is for updating. Should right now only change the updating ones. Cool. Now let's just call them so that they actually update. What are all my freaking files? Yeah, if you think I have a lot of if I have thoughts about what I'm doing, I don't know if I've got smart thoughts. Maybe I only have stupid ones. But it works. That is a great estimation, Robo. Okay, let's... So we need to call this. And this, please. Pelican. Thank you very much for the follow. I do appreciate it. So. This is counters and... Cool. Then we also have... This is for counters and for TPs, yes. And yes, I am obviously forgetting what even I wrote here. Meanwhile. Hi Jelly, welcome in. Perhaps I need to actually add a command for percentages. Meanwhile, should we talk about something? What is everybody's opinion? Who was that? Jellyfinger with the tutorial. What is everybody's opinion on pancakes? My opinion on pancakes is that they're tasty. By the way, Max, I remember you saying that you'd make them with banana. Wow, the numbers are... $88 is 44 times 2. So... I guess, in Bot's opinion, Max is... twice the amount of sus what Jelly is. Yeah, oh my god. Why am I being so dumb-brained right now? At least I have some energy. Maybe. Oh no, it's been just 24 minutes. Out of which 10 were the counter. And I don't know when Max even came in. And we've already moved to the topics of sussy bakas. I don't know what it says about us. Is this all lowercase? Yes, it's all lowercase. The real imposter is the friends we've made along the way. Okay, this should be all of them. Now I'm gonna kill the bot temporarily and then resurrect it. Look. Bam. Bot's dead. And now, type some magic words which you're not able to see because I'm just only capturing windows. Yeah, bot's dead. Now it's alive though. You can try again now. Now let's check. Let's check if that stuff did it. No, it freaking didn't. I'm not sus. It didn't do this. Oh no. Wait, what? Did I not save something? Did I not? I didn't save this. Wow. Why do I think it's not working? Because I didn't freaking save it. Now. Did this do it? Yay, it did. Look at this. Of course I'm sus. After I've eaten those sus peanuts. I can never not be sus now. That's just my life. Okay, but yeah. I wonder if this actually looks neater. Maybe. I don't know. And yeah, on the topic of fungi. Hey, yeah, by the way, Max. Since you've done a bit of programming, see, JavaScript, like, if you just use freaking line breaks, JavaScript often doesn't care about semicolons. Because look, I forgot them here. Nothing happened. Still great. We're still cool. Suppose I still use them. I don't even properly know JavaScript. I just looked, hey, how is this programming thing done in JavaScript? It kinda imitated it. In all the stuff they show, they do put the semicolons, so I guess I do the same. See? Well, I'm pretty sure if you were to just write the functions in a line, it would obviously freak out, but... Line breaks! And by the way, on the topic of pancakes, I had some yesterday, honestly. Let me just look up a word which I absolutely... which I don't even think that's the correct one. Like, is starch what I think it is? Anyway, so... the way I actually make pancakes, that you just get a cup of, not milk, a cup of water, then you add some sugar and salt to your taste. Yeah, exactly. And then you add like a tablespoon of potato starch, and then some flour, and there you go. Pancakes. Not pancakes, it's like, you still have to fry it, obviously, but yeah. Now, since I've replaced all that, I can now replace this with this too. And it shall not break. Well, I mean, it's not made entirely out of starch. Like, it's just a tablespoon. Like, there is, like, 13 tablespoons of flour in that mix. But I guess, yeah, potato pancakes are a thing, too. Oh. The thing remembers. Thank you, thing. Thank you for being smart. When I am not. There we go. Okay, so now this works. This stage is just making the thing look a bit neater. Because I think these brakes look better than the ones I've been using before. Now I only need to replace the small ones. And by the small ones, I mean I actually have... Yeah, stop for me. But so like here, you can see these little splits. They actually represent different lines. So if I were to type success right now, see 2 messages. This is how I do it. And I want to make this look neat as well. So... Wait, how am I... Okay, there might be a bit of a problem in there. It's not actually, I might have to do that manually. Oh well. I just hope there isn't too much of them there. 27! 27 shall be alright. So we just do this. I wonder if you'll actually be able to see some of the weird commands I have. If so, oh well. Because as you can see, this text right here has 176 lines, which translates to 176 commands, technically. Practically all this stuff is for counters. Like all this stuff, and all this stuff, and all that, and all this stuff is for counters as well. Some commands are just doubles. Kind of like this. This is spelling with 1L. No, this is spelling. Oh my god, that's so funny. This is spelling with 1L. This is spetting. Don't look in this file. I don't care that I'm showing it right now. Petition to add more, I absolutely will. And just provide enough. Again, those commands will not actually be used, but hey. I can still add them nonetheless. You know, yay, chat flood. More spelling, sure. So we have this. And now, okay, what are your submissions, Max? First of all, I don't have spelling with 2 L's. Spilling. Sure. Am I doing this? Because I like having stupid commands like that. which never get used. Cool. But let me not forget that I actually have 2 files with commands. This is for mere mortals, also known as everyone. And this is for some chosen ones, which it's just the shoutout function, ending function, then counters. I don't know why I put the counters to commands to decrease counters in here, but I did. So this is all counters. And I suppose there's the rated function, most hearts, help with making commands, and this function which ensures people get their dailies only when you want them to. I'm glad I only had like 27 line breaks. Otherwise, I'd have to solve it in some clever way. Random topic. What can alphabets tell us about people? Because I don't know. Okay, seems like that is all set. Yeah, I need to adjust this because this is different now. Now we use this or this. Cool. Anything unsaved? I don't think so. It remembers. I like you, thingy. I like you. Cool. So that was just cosmetic. So that when you look in the functions, it's nicer. I guess this is also shorter and easier to type. I just need to save it and restart the bot. And then let's actually test it by trying to make another command. At least my command making function should work. Ah. Okay. Let's test it. Yes! I don't know why I should be so happy about it, but I always am when this stuff works first try. Even stuff as simple as this. Okay? There we go, away it goes. Now. So the next thing I actually wanted to do is... So for example, last stream I actually added the can you like not function, right? And if you wanted to say something like... for example, if you wanted to say something made out of 2 words or more after can you like not, it doesn't work. It only looks at your next word. So, I want to change that, and I actually want to add a parameter so that you could just get the end of the string. And I should actually already have something like that. The truth is I also have these breaks. And I don't know what to even set them into. I guess we can just use this instead. I don't think you'd ever need to use this construction in the sentence, right? So it should be alright. Okay. I wonder what would a... like, you know, an actual programmer think about this. Probably feel cringe. But hey, it works. Okay. That is now changed as well. Now what do we do? Yeah, now I add that one parameter. Okay, so let me actually move my cam a bit so they can reveal this. Basically shows all my code, and as you can see by these wavy patterns, all these functions are just functions for creating chat commands, and that is because I added a lot of stuff to them. Like, it basically checks for everything. Did you say anything after your... Did you include first word after your message, after your command? Did you include the second one? Then it also has to get all the stuff, and yeah, as you can see, this is quite some text. I did not make any functions or shortenings for this, so right now it remains like this. Yes. Considering that they're actually alike. Maybe I could have did something to this, but why bother now, right? Anyways, so I need to add that one. I guess we only care about getting an argument such as that if we have a legit command. Now we need to actually get it. Should be not too hard to do, actually. Water. By the way, I've actually removed the peppers again from my redeems list because the peppers freaking expired and they became all gross. Rip peppers. I mean, I would buy them, but you know, nobody redeemed them. So I remember seeing that one that just went all yellow. Not all yellow, just... Okay, copy pasting code should always be alright, right? Let's see. Yeah, so, so data, I should be getting everything past the command. No, like, what I'm thinking, will there ever be a situation where after a command you need like a word and then the other string? I don't think I should care about that. So we will actually get all the stuff after, so we have the command. We'll get all the stuff at the right of it, all the stuff at the left of it. Up until this character or the end of the message. I mean, that, yes. No, it's not the all possible inputs. I'm just thinking about all the possible usages. Like, will there ever be a situation where I need that? But at the same time, can I actually... Can I even code something that... code something like that? Like, reasonably? I guess I could do it some way. Anyway, so... since this is after the command, we check if there's the next word, and if there is the next word, then starting from it up until the length or the break, we just add. We don't check for anything here. Just add. There we go. Alright, this is alright. Cool. Now we do the same thing, except we did a bit different. We just check for if a previous word exists, and if it does, then up until that word, so here we go. Why? While yeah. Up until the first word. Or until the break. J decreases. We add stuff. Cool. We have that now. Let's test it, shall we? Bot is dead. Yeah, it's back alive. What am I waiting for? I don't know what I was waiting for. So now... it should actually be able to get... everything you outputted before the command and after the command. All the words, not just one of them. Let's actually test it. So we have this. Okay. Aside from... Oh, that's why it had... Oh. Oh yeah, also the left data. Okay. I do see a few things wrong with this. But generally, it's great. It works. That's good, right? There we go. Now there shall be... Now there shall be spaces. So... Why not? Additional test. Not rest. Test. Shadow, can you spell? You absolutely cannot. This works. That's it. That's good. But still not complete. As I still need to test the brakes. This works. The brakes also work. That's it. Blessed. Wonderful. See, now I can make all sorts of new commands. So, for example, now I can actually make the can you like not command great. So, see, can you like not? It should just output... this. Wait, you know what? Let me actually redo this through the chat so that it's automatically updated and I don't have to restart the bot. That's it, we did it. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I can now just operate with that. I am happy. I am happy. Now I just do this and copy paste it to another spot because commands are chosen once. Here it shall be. First try! First try now. There's still a thing I wanted to do with the bot. And that is, if we go to the functions, you can sometimes notice, where are my counters? So for example, okay, here are my counters. You can notice that the counters will actually have 2 double line breaks in them. Or 3. Sure. So what those do is that basically these commands get executed as actual code. But all of them get executed before the bot outputs the message. And I want to actually make it so that the bot could do something before it outputs message and after with just this. Yeah. So first, I don't think I actually have any stuff like that happening here. It's just single messages. Yeah, up until the counters. So perhaps I should only have just up to 3 of these. So what I'm thinking is that lines after the second one will be executed before bot outputs a message, and lines after the third one will be executed after bot outputs a message. And that way you can implement some great stuff just with this. I mean, you need to know a bit of JavaScript, and I guess I'd also need to know how my bot exactly works, but hey, it's not impossible, is it? Could I have made it any more confusing for myself to edit? I don't know. Let's actually find these. That would be more useful to me right now. Oof, Moosh is locked. It's already been an hour. Oh, time, why must you fly so fast? Hope I don't miss any of these. I wonder if in the future I learn some, actual coding with, I don't know, with some standards maybe, and I look at this and be like, what the heck was I doing? Why did I do stuff this way? I mean, sure, this is what happens when you don't, actually study the language you're writing stuff in. But okay. I'm mentioning it way too much, am I not? Oh no. My anxiety's showing. Okay, I think those were all the commands that actually did something. Now the process of... Yeah, just a maximum out of 2 per... Cool! I have these ones, though. Okay, this is a lot of them. So, oh yeah, this is counters, which means I've got some editing to do. Bam. 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 Watch me miss some. And everything breaks. Ah, will be cool. Also, I'm not testing every one of these, so when I discovered it's gonna be sudden. Oh well. So is life. Oh my god, they're being loud in there. Almost deleted that one. That would have been a mistake. And there we go. Save this one. Save. Cool. The bot did stuff, so now I can save it, okay? We're cool, right? Great, so I did that. Now... What could we bought for you? Let me actually add so some stuff happens. I actually need that for a command. That's why I'm doing that. See? So this needs to be changed. So if the second one exists, you just do it. And then you say a thingy. And if the third one exists, you do it. No, not J. Not J. Not J. J does not exist. Cool. Wow, I actually spotted something in time. Okay. Okay. And now, since I actually have two stuff... Hell, data is used here somewhere? Where? I'm a bit scared by that bot. Please, don't... Oh my god, Moosh is locked. He be meowing now. Well, let's hope somebody opens the door for him, or I have to go get up and do it. Okay. This was a fix. Now, I actually had a not working bit here. There, was it? I'm not sure where was it. I'm not sure where it was. Meow! Meow! let me go. Oh, okay, sure. Huh? What? Okay. What? Yeah. Okay. Grab a nice snack, Max. This shall be working now. Now how do I test this? I suppose if counters work? Stuff's alright? Yeah, let's actually... I actually have counters here as well. So... For example, Oz is 28. Yeah. So I think it should be. So yeah, let's test it. We do this. 29. Yeah, that basically states it worked. And look, it actually updated. Real time, baby. And there we go. And this had wonderful. This is wonderful. I have so much power now. Or maybe I don't. But anyway. I can like do stuff now. Yeah. So, oh yeah, what I wanted to do is there's this thing. So, as you know, a bunch of my commands flood the chat. They are just for chosen ones, but still. Like, for example, the most hearts. Looks really satisfying on the screen, I must say. But the chat's done. And as of right now, since I allow 3 commands per message, you can just call it 3 times. And look at that. That's like total chat annihilation. So perhaps I don't really want this to happen. So what I do is I go to my commands, right? For example, what is most hearts? This is most hearts. And I want to check. I want to check if flooded. So if the chat's flooded, right? I'd output nothing. If it is not flooded, then I output all these hearts, which are annoying to get. I hope I did stuff properly. But after a command like this has been called, now I can actually do stuff. So before it, nothing happens. But after it, flooded, shall become true. Yeah. And before, I couldn't really do this because I could only evaluate code before the bot outputted something. Which became a problem when I wanted to do this. And this was, like, what, 2 weeks ago? How many weeks ago? I don't know. I know I actually wanted to do that and I couldn't. Now I can. And I'm so happy about it. Now we just need to check if that, like, actually works. You know? I needed to add a check that it only sets flooded to true if flooded was false before. So does that matter? I don't think it does. So now, what happens if I type 3 commands? Nothing! Ah! Cool. So, what is not working? Okay. What if I just do this? Perhaps it's not considering this is a valid thingy. So, I don't know, you need any command to be there still. Else you don't like it. What if I... Oh, wait. I actually got an error. Shh. Unexpected token. Oh, you tried evaluating... It actually tried evaluating the splitter. Why would you try evaluating the freaking splitter? So, like, if 2 splitters are in a row, you just... You don't like that, you break. Okay. Fine. I can fix it with just adding a useless command there. Maybe I shouldn't, but hey. Do you think my ass knows how to do code properly? No, it doesn't. Yeah, since now I actually altered it. Could not connect the server. Successfully connected. There we go. Hi, bot. Would you look at this? Just one. Just one. Nice. And no errors. Isn't that wonderful? And by the way, I have a command somewhere. Oh, by the way, we don't need this anymore. Econ. That was only for our... stuff earlier. I have a function somewhere that logs the value of flooded. And I don't know where it is. Like, I have no idea. I don't know if it's anywhere here. Oh yeah. It's right freaking here. There we go. So I guess this is done then. Cool. Now what do I do? Now I should actually add into the help command I have. I need to remember that my values for the stuff before the command and after a command are L data and R data. Let's just write their names here because I guess who cares, right? And there we go. Okay, since some of the more functional stuff inside the bot is done, what do I do now? I can add a bit more commands, but at the same time, like, is there anything I really want to do? If anything, I can now just add it through chat. If I remember how to do that, that is. Which, that's what my help command is for. Oh yeah, right. I should make that one, respond only if the chat's not flooded. Does console.log... Where are you freaking jumping? All the time. Does console.log... put any pressure on anything? Should be the one of the most... Like, what is the main... Chill music? I do have chill music. The same one because I'm too lazy to update the link. Yeah, perhaps stuff... I don't know. I literally have a video that's titled 12-hour lo-fi hip-hop mix. Royalty-free, no copyright music. So, I don't know. The great thing about this one in particular is there are no ads, even if you don't have YouTube Premium. So I don't have to stress about them at all. It's great for background music. Now, Max and Chateau, do I trust you not to flood the chat with help command, or do I go and make anti-flood protection? Because I can't even do that. No, I mean really, because if we're talking about people who can't even use these commands in particular, then it's me, my bot, Max Chateau, then I guess I also added Clammy and Jay to this list, but I don't think any of them know about it, and I doubt they'll find out soon anyway. Yeah. So it's mostly you, Max and Chateau. Yeah. Still talking to Chateau anyway, whether or not he's here. to where's Chateau? Look, since I just updated my bot, I can do whatever the heck I want, right? Some hackering is happening. Because I remember how to do this. And it's not actually sarcasm, I actually do. Look. Well, wait, I forgot something at the end. There we go. Enjoy. And yes, the default of that command is gonna be Chateau. Oh yeah, I wanted to make a % command. Bugnity? You want me to play Hollow Knight or something? How should this one work? So for example, you want to say something is X% something. And what I'm thinking. And yeah, sometimes I wonder, should I use the rest of the message or just the next word? Because those are two different types of usages. I can do any of the two. So like if I do the next word, you can write anything after you use the command in piece. If I use the rest of your message there, then you can write the rest of your message in piece. You can separate it with the break though, but you'd have to remember it. And who is going to remember it other than me? I don't know. Maybe you, Max, but I don't think so. But I'm not sure about that, so yeah. So, for example, I can just do this. And now the timing on this, oh my god. Like, I guess this is better. You wouldn't be able to type your regular message after this though. So I don't know. So with this, I want to go. Perhaps you should use just one thing on the left. Just one word on the left, but the rest of the message on the right. You'll see soon enough, Max. If you can't understand anything what I'm doing here. Which, I don't know if you can. Thanks for coming here anyway. Okay, so... if the left word exists. Okay. Fair enough. If the left word exists. Do the left word. Otherwise, do shadow. Because why the heck not? Is. Now the percent. Which I have a function for that. Function a random number between 1 and 100. 1 and 0 and 100. Shadow. These are just numbers. Is this percent? And now we check. Did you write anything on the right? Because if you did, then have all the stuff you've written on the right. Otherwise, have sus. I just don't know what to set the default to. There we go, that was some heckering. So now we test it. So if we just type it, it should be shadows X% sus. And now if you type a word before it, you write a word before it and some stuff after it, it should output. Okay, I've just made the I don't know. This is just a great function. I like this command. I think it should exist everywhere. Maybe it shouldn't. I am not the one to decide such things, but look at it. It's great. You can now make percentages for everything. Like, I don't know. See? Magic! I don't even need to, don't even need to get here. I just do stuff in chat. Yeah, it takes your just one word on the left. Because I think that's reasonable. I can make it take your whole stuff on the left. I can do that. I'm just unsure of what exactly to set it to. And since I think we're done with the part mechanics, I think I'm quite happy with what I can do right now. There is stuff I could theoretically do, like add a separate, I don't know, file with functions just for me. But I'm pretty sure that's, I don't know. I could just, yeah, at first I wanted to do like max is X% wonderful, but what if the bot outputs like 5? I wouldn't want that. Additionally, I can also, well, that is above 50. All opinions here are made by my bot and do not represent my opinion. How many percent are you despair? Well, you're more hope than despair. Is there a political compass, but you know, with hope and despair? Okay, so this should be done, I guess. Is there anything else I want to do here? Because I don't think so. We'll be here for 10 more minutes thinking about if this is everything I wanted to do, right? Yeah, so what I was thinking, I can make the bot react to all sorts of messages. Like, I actually have a file somewhere. And not a file, a list of all the events you can make the bot react to. And that is how I actually made my raid message. The question is, should I be adding it now? Or should I go to some sort of arts? But if it's arts, I will only have like, what? An hour and 20 minutes or so? Is that even great? But let me actually demonstrate, right? Let me check. Am I revealing anything about myself? Not in full screen. So look. See, don't lag. Shh. So this is actually a list of events a bot can react to. And for example, this has here is it? Rated. And that is how I was able to automate the rating message. So now whenever somebody raids me, the bot just outputs a message automatically. I currently have only reacting to chat messages, obviously, and the raid ones. I can also add stuff for followings and subs, though when it comes to subs, it's actually, there is sub gift, sub mystery gift, subscription. And yeah, fun fact, they can actually do something whenever somebody joins the channel. By the way, what does this stuff do? Okay, I see. Oh yeah, by the way, a non-gift paid upgrade is another one. Yeah. And gift paid upgrade too. Perhaps I should add all these events, but I wonder, should I do it now? That is my question. My arguments are first, if I don't do it now, I'll never do it. Am I right? I am right. Therefore, let's actually make some custom messages. So is it worth it? Oh, I'm just showing my browser now. Oh well, who cares, right? There we go, this is better. So what do we need? Let's just do this. Right, since we're here. So all the stuff I have here. So this is, for example, when rated. I even have this line written here. When rated. So I guess we need to add something for the follow and for the sub at least. So let's quickly do that. So since follow doesn't have 4 variations or so, I'm gonna do it first. It's easier. Where is? Oh yeah, by the way, maybe I should add a redeem for timing a person out. I mean, I guess you can... Wait! I have an idea. I have an idea. Okay. So this is timeout. Oh wait, how is a timeout written exactly? Look, I just came up with a genius command, but I cannot test it. Basically now, if you write exclamation mark timeout, you will time yourself out using my bot. Or at least it should work. I cannot actually test it on myself. Also, I forgot how the time there was written. See, because I'm the channel owner. My bot cannot time me out. But it can other people. Congratulations, you can now do this to yourself if you so want. The ultimate... perhaps I should research it. No, okay. Duration and time unit. SMHDW. Okay, so duration is in... Yeah, you have to specify. Let that be 5 seconds otherwise. Here we go. Now you can time yourself out. Enjoy. Okay. Where is my follow? Where is my follow? Where is my follow? Where is my follow? Oh. Huh? Where is it? I remember it being here. Right now, I was showing it to people. Where is it? Was I not? Action band chat here. Clear chat. Connected. Connecting. Disconnected. Emote only. Emote set. Followers only. I mean, you can. Hi, Saturdays. Did anything happen? Because I didn't see anything. Did it crash, I wonder? It did. It kind of crashed. So yeah, it's not working. I see what happened. No, it's not working. The bot crashed. And I see what's wrong. I cannot spell. That is what... No, I mean, not exactly. I cannot freaking remember all my variables. And yes, Hyderloss, welcome in. Hey. Why did the bot not do... Oh, yeah, because it freaking died. I was wondering why the bot didn't do it daily. That's because it died. Do not do timeouts right now. It will break the bot again. Unless you want to be chaotic, I guess. I don't know if you want to be chaotic and mess stuff up for me. Because split message in my case, it has a capital freaking M. Not a lowercase one. There we go. Now it should work, maybe. I don't know if it does. Can you pet? What kind of pet? See, discard? Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, I know where Chateau is. I kind of forgot to change that to 5 seconds. Bye, Max! You're leaving! Max, you do realize that that could potentially un-VIP you. And also you can absolutely set the length of your timeout too. But yeah, I guess that's it. Let me change it to 5 seconds. There we go. Yeah, and also let it actually output a message as well. You back? Oh, okay. It does not un-VIP you. Cool. I mean, yeah, we all saw that. Thank you for all your sacrifices. Oh. So yeah. If you want to delete your messages from the chat, you now have a way to do that. I congratulate you. What was I doing? I wanted to add stuff for follows. Where is the freaking follow? Excuse me. What does join mean? Username has joined the channel. What do you mean join the channel? I joined the chat? I don't need that. I want follow. This is followers only. You don't see that. I know. User has left the channel. Oh my god. You can just like spy on people. Look. Where is my follow event? This is... So it's an alphabetical order. Here we have followers only. Followers only is not what I need. This is join. Username has joined the channel. What does that mean? Like the chat? I don't see something. Bing bong. Rated. Resub. Perhaps I should actually... Perhaps I should actually... Oh my god, I have some windows. I gotta know where it is. It should be somewhere, right? Excuse me, OBS? Nah, don't worry, Max. Excuse me. There we go. Okay, I guess before I had these functions, do I keep making functions like these, or do I just write them here? This seems to be a simple one, so... Whenever somebody gets timed out, I want the bot to say to my channel, just say bye. There we go. Mastery of stuff. And now, and this I remove. Okay. Oh, wait. I can change it. Oh. We have the username, so yeah. Gonna use that. Okay, now it will also say your name. Okay, so this happens when somebody gets timed out. And then... I can also add the one for the band, because why the heck not? Let's just add everything to everything. There we go. Works. Okay. Anyway, I wanted to freaking add a chat alert for the follow. But I couldn't find the follower went. Where is it? Wait, where'd they put my precious follower went? Like, it was there. Right? I don't understand. Something, clearly. Am I too dumb? Come on, I had like 6 hours of sleep. Compared to what I sometimes get, that's... okay. Like, is join the follow or what? Doesn't seem like it. Okay. Meanwhile, we can do all the sub ones. So we have... I mean, I can just look at these events and implement as many as I can. So... what we do... By the way, if I can actually... you know what? I refuse to use some of code shortcuts. Because I didn't know how to use them, but maybe now I can do something. Look. This seems alright. I am Hecker. Okay, so message, I'm not touching that one. That one's too big. for me to touch. This freaking sounded wrong. Whatever, I don't care. Can just be cringe. Right? Why be not cringe when you can be cringe? I think I just got this code shortcut. I mean, how to use it. Which should be good. And do I organize them in the alphabetical order now? Because that's something I can do. So this ban ABC. D, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M. L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T. Okay, so these are good. There we go. So we have username is continuing the gift sub they got from anonymous user in chat. What kind of message should this output? This will be called approximately never, right? So, is it just all for the future then? Let's throw in some expressions, why not? Can I actually come up with any nice message texts? Any nice message text? Do I have them? Enjoy your emotes. I guess I can add very much. Words and me are like, you know, they sometimes touch, but usually they don't. What is this analogy? It's because it's freaking 10 p.m. Okay, okay. I sometimes reach to 2 a.m. right? But this time I didn't sleep before this. All right, that matters. So, what I mean is I am getting a bit sleepy now, but that's all right. I'm practically sleepy all the time anyway, right? Okay, this is a disaster of a message, but I'm leaving it. So okay, ban, chat, cheer. A, B, C, H comes before O probably, so here this goes. Wait, is there not a mount? What is user state? Okay, user state.bits. Wait, does user state have... Oh, user state is Twitch tags. Okay, then I can do... Oh, okay, look. This changes stuff. Because now... Basically, Twitch holds... Twitch has at least 2 variables when it comes to your name. One is your username, which is without capital letters, and the other is display name, which is with capital letters. So I guess when possible, for messages, I try to use display name. Okay. Seems to be working. Okay. So we have on cheer, and the amount of bits is actually inside the user state. Wait, I have that open. Where are the bits? Okay, send only for the bits messages. Anyway, bits seems to be the name. Oh, after this, my bot's gonna be like... drunk. Yeah, by the way. Excuse me, let me move up. Oh, yeah, right. I was gonna ask what kind of pet Max got, but... I remember. You said it via Discord, but... My phone is right here, acting as my camera, because my other camera is just, this quality, free ceiling umbrella. You're welcome. Yeah, since it has shittier quality, I don't use it. And, oh yeah, maybe I can actually do this. Look, that is my phone. That is OBS. So yeah, since my phone right now is kind of trapped doing that, I can check Discord on it. I have an iPad. But you know what's a thing about Discord? It freaking logs you off there regularly. Like after every update, I believe. So whenever an update happens, which is quite frequently actually, maybe not after every update, they just log you off. And I don't want to go for... Oh yeah, I also have two-factor authentication. I don't know if that was a word. So I need to use my phone, which is kind of problematic right now. So the only way for me right now to check Discord is to open it on PC, but oh my god, that will take some time. Why did I just spit that out at you? I don't know. Okay. I'm just gonna leave these functions in here and hope they work. So they're probably gonna remain here up until, I don't know. Up until anything like this actually happens. LNOP, so it shall be somewhere here. Clear chat. Test this. So for example, see, this is something a bot can say whenever somebody clears chat. I can actually test this. I mean, I suppose I could test the other ones, but I will not now. So now, if I just clear chat, This works, see? Magic. Rip chat. I think that message is neat. Connected, connecting, disconnected. Emote only. Enabled or disabled. Oh, cool. How is this one called emote only? E is B, C, D, E. So it shall be somewhere here. Why am I adding all these unnecessary functions? For fun. My bot's gonna be smart. Fun. I hope. Ah, oh my god, that was just some Python muscle memory. Exactly. Oh my god. I love that I did that. Hey, this is for emote only. Now we have emotes that I don't know what that is, followers only. F, where does F go? E, F. Okay, that was fast. Four. I have no idea what kind of thing length is. Oh my god, there's gotta be a lot of misspelled stuff in here. Oh well. Wait, how does my sus command work? I see, let's fix that. I made my own bot. It's quite interesting. And I get a lot of freedom. I guess I also lack the ability to use quite some functions already implemented in famous bots. So, there we go. I wonder, does that actually look like magic to anyone unaware what is going on? G. Where does G go? E, F, G. Okay, that was fast. I guess after this, the bot will have quite some lines of code, but it will also react to mostly all events on itself. The truth is, there's probably a mistake somewhere in there. Just chilling. I will only learn about it when any stuff happens. But hey, that's life. I'm not gonna go and check all of these. Okay, is there anything for me to talk about in it? Since I'm actually doing the bot, it's kinda interesting that we basically, as a, I don't know, what, Twitch community or something, decided that exclamation point plus a word equals a command for a chatbot. Because if you're thinking whether or not it had to be something like an exclamation point, no. So if we wanted to use any other symbol, we could. In fact, any word can be a command. Which, unless you've done something like, I don't know, bot heckering? Maybe that would seem weird to you. For example, I can actually make a command. I don't know, this. So, whenever you type "oh whoa," it can respond with "ooh woo." See, the bot can respond to any word. So, thinking that the bot should only respond to words with an exclamation mark as our first character is just a cage we made up. Is that, I know, Twitch community? I wonder, like, since I'm small and didn't professionally study any programming or any history of anything, I suppose. No, I mean, I did study history, but not history of this tech stuff. I wonder where that actually comes from. What do you mean the opposite? Uwu to a wo. If I do that, there will be a loop. So perhaps I can actually code it, but I just need to code a loop. Like, Max actually did that the other day. Basically, the bot reacts to its own messages. I made it so that the bot can call commands from itself. That can create loops, which would just make the bot constantly spam messages into the chat. Luckily, the bot is just a program running locally on my PC, so I just kill it easily. In that case. Like, I guess I can actually demonstrate. So right now, like, let's make a function, ooh, which outputs a whoa. And now, are you ready? I'm gonna have to kill the bot, but look. Isn't that just wonderful? There we go, bot is dead. In short, that is what happens. So that's why I need to add some protection. Really? So I guess it's pretty easy to do. We just check. Is it from my bot? If it is, output nothing. Otherwise, output ooh. And there we go. Same thing here. Instead we put oh well. And now, if I wake the bot up again, which hasn't happened yet, and that's it. Bot shall be there now. No looping. Okay, I guess those commands are in now. The bot's awake again. What, do you want the bot just constantly spamming woes and woos in the chat? I mean, as you've seen, that's possible. But like, rip the chat in that case. In that case, that is the estimation, which my bot just output didn't. Okay, so I did gift paid upgrade hosted. H. Where does H go? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Okay. That was... I am literally doing them in alphabetical order. Why do I keep checking every single command? Oh my god, Shadow. Please. Have some brains. I just realized... They cannot be higher than these ones at least. Sure, I will still need to check for these, but... Stressful day today, wasn't it? Please, Shadow, don't misspell anything that is literally gonna cost you. The whole command. Okay. This seems great. Wait, followers only enabled versus disabled. Okay. Channel is now hosting another channel. Useless. Username has joined the channel. Is that the follow? I don't think that's a follow. It says username has joined the channel. Not available on large channels and is also sent in batch every 30 to 60 seconds. So I don't think that's a follow. Simply because of those stuff. I don't need to check whether or not somebody joins my channel. That would be too much spying. Too much heckering. Log on. Nah. Now message. Message deleted. After this, my bot's gonna become quite an annoying thing. Will it not? The raid has not been done yet, yeah. Oh well. People will have to deal with it. Hey. Mod. Someone got modded. I am actually doing this stuff right now. Okay, mods. Received the list of moderators of a channel. Is that any useful to me? I don't think so. What else can I add? Okay, so rated, reconnect, resub. Okay, resub I need. Wait, what? Okay, this is some stuff. Look. Let me actually show it. Okay, Max. This is actually all the info about resubbing. It knows streak months. It also knows cumulative months. Haha. Cool. Oh my god. Will this turn into Shadow? Please stop yawning. Shadow, can you like not yawn? Because this is about to. But look at my bot, it's growing. Okay, resub. Let me search one thing up. Yes! Okay, I guess that's the number of months someone subs for. Or at least I'm assuming that. Wait, there's months. What does that? I guess that's the same as streak months. Okay. Okay, I will just write this message according to my guesses about how this works. I don't think I'll add any kind of variety now. At least I don't feel like it. My god, I'm really becoming tired. Oh well, that's just life. Okay, that's a some sort of message. Look, at least one of them will work, right? No. We shouldn't have two mini events to go for now. But look, on the other hand, having all these events here is great, because then I will not have to go to that other website to check for these all the time. That's great. Subgift. Now this is yes. This is just, I'm like, no shadow, that is no. Center count. What is center count? It is center count. The count of gift subs. Okay. By the way, in my particular case, I have recently kind of realized that having fresh air helps me with my mood. Especially with anxiety, for some reason. I mean, I guess. Maybe that's logical. But yeah. Can confirm that kinda worked. Also, I'm happy I was actually able to tidy up in my room on Saturday. It looks neat now. Happy. At least I'm happy about some things in life. That's great. Okay, now how many is sender count? How do I rate it? Wow, I need to use so many words today. By the way, since I'm kinda tired, have a Billy. Here you go, free Billy. How is generosity spelled? Can I spell generosity? Oh. Let's just not spell it instead. Cool. No. We don't have too much to go through. We just have... just like 3 or something. Wait, so number of subs is included here? Why is it not given? You know what? Who cares? Am I right? Oh, that's the total. I see. Well, that's the total. Let's just do almost the same thing as here. Is that how anonymous is spelled? I have no idea. It will do this. Okay. Ah. Now there's some mystery gift subscribers. So this is so this is actually whether or not sub mod is turned on or off. I don't think I'll ever use it. Or at least I don't know what the hell must happen. Because honestly, why? Like, that would only work when you're a huge channel. So yeah. Express. Okay, whatever. Subscription. Just a subscription. Wow, after this, my bot is now way more advanced than it was before. It will now recognize not only raids and messages, but all kinds of stuff. Display name. I should do more emotes. I wonder, what should I do first? Because technically I do have enough emotes to fill the first row. I guess my animated emote, which I'm privileged to have. It's just my static emote put into an auto animation thingy by Twitch, which is a thing, by the way, if you didn't know. Okay, no, VIP's Whisper, that's it. I just basically implemented the most events I could. I just didn't know about followers though. Also, I hope all of them work. Because apparently this list is a bit... I mean, not too much, but... that list of events is like from 2019. So... it may not work. Oh my god, look at this. I basically just added this much code. It now has 380 lines. Oh well. It's advanced now though. I mean, more advanced than it was before. Let's actually restart the bot. No. Typo. There we go. So, for example, look. For example, if I now mod, like, okay, let's unmod actually. Like, I don't know, sound alerts. Bot, excuse me. You had one job. You crashed. No, you didn't. You're still working. Cool. Did I actually, like, save it? Yes, I have unmod. Oh, well. Guess it doesn't work. Who cares, right? Who cares? As long as my dailies work. Which they do. All is well in the world. So yeah. Is there anything else I would be doing right now with the bot? Because I cannot think of anything. I can think about adjusting some alerts, because I need to actually make the font a bit smaller. Because whenever Shito rates me, like, his username actually goes out of bounds. And I don't like that, so maybe we should go do that. So let me open Stream Elements page perhaps. And just a second. I wonder, how much does my mirror still work? Kinda does. Oh, I have one unnamed overlay. What the heck is it? Okay, let me... Oh, no, wait, yeah. First I need to actually open it. It doesn't have any widgets. Okay. Guess it works like that. Now look. Let's go to the alerts. I'll show the image in a second. I just want to have the full screen mode, not to reveal anything. You gonna work? Or are you not gonna work? Like this it works, I suppose. So at least when raiding. Raid alert. Do I have any variations? Oh yeah, Tag setting. Size 60 from... Did we change it to like 50? And then emulate... Raid event. Meow. Oh yeah, right, we're gonna have... Listen to that cringe sound, yeah? Meow. Meow. Looks alright. Cool. Next time Chateau raids me, we're gonna see if his name will go out of bounds. And speaking of which, I think we had a pretty great... We had some pretty great stuff done today. My body is now more advanced. The splitters now look neater. The bot can now do some more, I don't know. Basically, the way commands are made now make it possible for me to do more stuff with the code. And that is all great. I like it. I like my bot. Extreme Elements, you're cool, but Robo, just... Fun fact! I got 69, that is it. That's it, I got 69% of my strength. That is it, that is just the best. So now, I think it's time for me to actually end. Because yeah, I'm becoming sleepy. Oh, let's find somebody to raid, which I probably know who it is. Right, Max? It's not finishing, is he? Oh. I see what he's doing. Cool. Then we going over to Chateau. Our friend. Yay. So, time to actually talk about stuff. Did bot. Bot is now smart. Smart bot good. Very happy. Why did I just go? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. What matters is that all you people were here. And the stream is now ending. By the way, I wonder who. Oof, why you lag? Wait, it's misspelled! Oh god. Well, as we all know, there we go. Okay, with that in mind, next stream Wednesday, Celeste. Let's see how the break will, how that game will break me more. Saturday, Danganronpa probably, but I don't know what to do with the lag. Thanks for coming here today, even though this is probably not that entertaining. The raid is almost happening, so have some great time. Wow. That happened too fast. Twitch lied to me.